All right, back working on the Harley in the living room again. So I just got done working on the old muffler bracket, which this is it right here. This is the muffler bracket. It's also a bracket that holds the rear master cylinder for the rear brakes. So I couldn't do away with the bracket when I did away with the full-length muffler. The muffler obviously attached to the catalytic converter came all the way out to here. Had a big long bracket. Well, that's what this bracket looked like. So looked along the lines of that. So it was just ugly. Having no muffler, you just had this big old giant bracket sticking off to the side of the bike. It just looked bad. So I just cut that with a hacksaw and used my grinder, and I took the bracket off to do it. And I made it, grinded the edges down and just made it kind of look, try my best to make it look factory, as if, it doesn't look like somebody did this. So I just got it on here just to see what it looks like, but I'm going to take it back off, and that's going to get painted gloss black, along with the other bracket that I have as well, too, that I made for the horn. So just one step at a time, making the Harley look a little better. Just less. My whole goal eventually is to get with this thing a bobber style, a chopped style, kind of, to where less is more, and try to get all the stuff I can off of it. So far, that came off, the muffler came off. I went ahead and took the what do you call them? The heat shields, the all black heat shields. They looked really good, but I'm actually going to wrap this temporarily, this whole thing in black header wrap all the way out to the tip. So it's all going to be header wrap, both pipes. I think that'll look really mean, but eventually I'm going to have a custom set of pipes come out where the front exhaust pipe comes over the transmission and then comes back here, and then this pipe follows it, and then they just dump right here on the ground and get rid of the catalytic converter and all that. Have a cane in there and take filter and everything on it. But yeah, like some other things I've done was there was a bunch of plastic fairings that covered the drive belt and everything. Took all those plastic fairings off, relocated that horn. Like I said, I took off, what else did I do? Up here at the headlight, there used to be a plastic fairing up front, kind of a wind deflector. Took that off. There was a bunch of brackets up here above and below that I also unbolted and took off to make it look a little better. I'm going to work on taking these reflectors off on both sides. They're coming off. It's getting a single seat, and the frame is getting chopped right behind the springs, and it's turned into a bobber, so it's going to get, have just a single seat, and then just a small fender over the back tire. All that's going to be gone, and then I'm going to do some mid-size ape hangers, and in time, a bigger front wheel and a bigger rear wheel, but, that's in time. So one thing at a time, and just get off work and come home and do one more thing. You don't have to do it all at once. Just, like today I did that bracket. And I'm going to wait for a nice warm day, and I'm going to prime everything and paint everything and take it all off and paint it all and put it all right back on. And just one thing at a time to make the bike the way I want it. Make it look the way I want it. Yeah, I know it's covered in dirt right now. I kind of rode it on a wet day. Also, these chrome shocks are getting switched out for fully adjustable black shocks to where I can slam the bike and lower the rear end, because there's a lot of fender, the tire gap here, and I would like, when it's bobbed anyway, I would like it to be sitting real low. Yeah, these rubber boots on the front eventually are going to come off, because in my opinion they look tacky. Maybe some people like them, but they just slip off. I just got to take the front forks apart to do it, and just leave an exposed shock there. These front headlights, here, let me come around the other side of the bike. These front, headlights, turn signals, big ugly turn signals on both sides are going away. I'm doing away with these turn signals. Both of these are going, and I'm getting turn signals that actually wrap around, and they're just a small, tiny black aluminum band that's got LEDs in the front, and it'll just look like it's part of the fork. So doing away with that, and then as far as all the turn signals and everything on the back, that's not even going to be there because it's going to get chopped. It's going to have no rear fender like this. That seat's not going to be existing anymore. So I'm actually going to do the taillights. When I chop the frame, they actually make taillights that'll fit in the diameter of the frame tube on both sides. So there'll be a chopped frame on both sides of the tire. So there'll be a taillight here and a taillight here. Both come on when I'm braking, but they'll also act as turn signals. And the license plate will probably get mounted off to probably this side or this side. I don't know, one of the sides. You know, a side mount license plate. And eventually, as much as the red is cool, the red's going away, and it's going to get rawhide denim, all black and basically brown, a flat brown. And that's a lot, but eventually I think that's the goal of the bike. That's where I want to get, and that's what I'm going to work towards this summer, getting the thing looking like that. And obviously advancing as far as performance. The only thing performance will be the straight pipe, the ground pounders, the Canyon intake, and then a Vance & Hines fuel map tuner, so I can tune the fuel system on this thing with all the added air and the extra exhaust flow. So that's probably all performance-wise. I mean, it gets up and goes for what I wanted to do. I just use it to cruise and have a little fun. But just changing the look, that's all. Just pretty much custom build, but one thing at a time, like that bracket tonight, just one thing at a time. That's how you chip away at the project. Oh yeah, and I'm getting ape hangers. I'm not too fond of the handlebars I got in here now. They're a little too sporty for the feel I'm going for. And then I'm actually going to get shorter mirrors. And then I'm going to, when I get the ape hangers, I'm going to flip the mirrors upside down, hang them under the handlebars. So that'll be something pretty cool to do too. But, yep, one step at a time, and the whole thing is why I'm doing this. I want to keep the thing rideable, you know, so I can go out and still ride it while I'm building it.